नमक शमक नमक शमक डाल देते हैं नमक शमक.
Hello, I'm Mona from the Tribune, and today we are with famous chef Harpal Singh Sokhi, who brings his restaurant Karigiri to Chandigarh. Let's ask the chef to take us on a quick tour of Karigiri. Chef Harpal Singh Sokhi.
Hello Mona ji.
Hello. Chef Sokhi brings his famous restaurant Karigiri to Chandigarh, the man who made Namak Shamak famous across the world in all age groups. Please give us a tour of Karigiri.
Yes. So we are here at Karigiri, and it's opened in Chandigarh in sector 26, and I've been wishing to open my Karigiri restaurant since long. Two reasons. One, the city beautiful is so beautiful that I need more reasons to come here, and now I've got a lot of reason to come here. So this is the entry place. We've always created a niche where we have a photo option, okay, with my photograph here, and we give this opportunity to people because everybody wants me omnipresent, or be present here every time. So I cannot be present all the time, and this is it. And I very jovially say to people also that that's my chef code. So if your food is getting delayed, wear the chef code, go inside the kitchen, cook your food, and eat it.
Wonderful.
So this is that kind of a wall, a small Soviet wall which has a lot of things. This is a very interesting picture, when I want you to see this. So this picture is from my Hyderabad days. Begum Mumtaz Khan, from whom I learned Hyderabadi food, and she belongs to the Jagidar family of Nizam.
Wow.
So I learned my Hyderabadi food from her. So this wall is a little decorative wall with all my memories and my life. Let me walk you inside the restaurant. So the theme of the restaurant actually is similar across in all the 12 restaurants we have. This is the 12th one. So right from the tile to these chandeliers that you see, these beautiful chandeliers, okay, the chandeliers of spoon. This is what is common across the restaurants, and the wallpaper to everything, the furniture, the color tone, everything is in like coordination in all the 12 restaurants, because I believe we have to build a brand. This is very important. And there's a wall dedicated to all the artisans of the country in various art forms. So one wall is dedicated to people who are weavers, who create great products. Like in Punjab we have Fulkari. These are various weavers who are weaving great products, that you see, like the sarees that are being made, all kind of designs that they are making on the sari. This is a wall dedicated to, again, old form of artisans who are doing block prints and creating spices here. That is what the wall is denoting. This one is from the pottery. Since we do biryani in pots, so this wall is dedicated to that, the art form of potteries and various pots that you see across. We have got 2 exclusive PDRs made for people. So if you want a private dining space which is exclusive, we've got 2 exclusive PDRs inside the location, okay, the restaurant. So the restaurant is divided in 2 formats just because of the demographics we have got. One is a closed area and one is an open area. And the open area is the first time we are doing a courtyard, Karigiri courtyard, and that is available outside. I think people in Chandigarh love dining out in the open skies, and that's a beautiful place. And I've been told that 5 months the weather will be very beautiful, and that's why we created that. So let me take you out.
Chef, we believe you have wonderful plans with the courtyard. You intend to bring...
Yes, so this is the courtyard, and like you were mentioning, I have a great idea that I want to bring back the culture, and there is some lost form of art, and I want people to see the real Punjabi culture. So we will have the traditional music form, as we call Tadi Jathas, playing here sometimes. We will have somebody doing jaggery here, you know, in small format here. We will have some lady doing the fulkari artwork here, and some typical things which are very Punjabi will be showcased here. We've got place here and back behind also. We've also got a very unique concept for the first time in Chandigarh, because Punjab is the land of wheat, okay, and we have a great bread bar which is serving 20 different kind of breads, okay, which are very unique. Some breads come from my mother's kitchen, some come from my father's kitchen, like what he used to like, some come from my kitchen, and some are experimental. Like, I always believe that in the country, if there is one community which is very experimental with food, that is Punjabi community. They are all out in experimenting with their traditional recipes, which is why the food that became popular from India was Punjabi food, and whether it is distorted or any form, but it has become popular, and we love that. Because, and for that reason, I've got open pizza kulchas that we are making, okay, here for the first time. There are 10 variants of that, and I'm sure people are going to like it. And this atmosphere is definitely going to be loved by people, and I'm expecting all the love that I've got across in all my other 11 restaurants, and all the love from people of Punjab will also be showered in this Karigiri. And I'm sure there's a lot of support that will come through people of Punjab in this restaurant. I've opened this restaurant for all of you who love good food, and Punjabis love good food.
Chef, please take us to your Kharagpur days and how you chose hotel management to be the course to be done.
So, Kharagpur, whenever the names, you know, rings in my mind, it's very nostalgic. A small little town, but I must share this with people that it's very historical. If you are to see buildings, hundreds of buildings, which could be 100 plus years old, is Kharagpur. It is a complete British town, because that's where the railways got established, and that's how our parents got shifted, you know, by the Britishers. Britishers got hold of them, a complete village in Punjab, and a lot of these Punjabis were forced taken to there, to Kharagpur, to build wooden coaches. And that's how my grandfather and everybody shifted there, and that's where I was born. And being born there, we continued living with the Punjabi culture, because there were so many Punjabis around, and being born in Kharagpur means one destination, IIT, and the last destination is railways. There's nothing in between for the male members during my days. I think 35 years back or 40 years back. So we had only two options. I did not choose any of them, and I was trying for IIT first, but my brother said that, Harpal, you know, if you continue doing what we have done, and if you don't get through, then there'll be a problem. So why don't you do one thing? You do a skill course which will help you get a job. And we had a neighbor who had done hotel management, and he had a job immediately after passing. And I loved that formula. I said, yes, this is very nice, because even today in India, in small towns, a male member is supposed to be the first supportive member in terms of earning for the family. And with that thought, I went into doing hotel management, that I will become a waiter, not a chef, okay? I'll become a waiter, and I will get employed, and I will start supporting my family. And that's how my career began. But when I joined hotel management, it was in the 3rd month of the first year that I had divine connection calling that happened with me. And I started loving the word chef and everything around this chef fraternity, or whatever was being taught. I started falling in love with cooking. I started loving that, you know. And that is something which stuck with me for ages and years. And when the journey began, I started manifesting, okay, what all things do you require to become a good chef? Working hard, acquiring knowledge, X, Y, Z, all that I started writing, and I started adhering to that, and was very focused. I was focused that irrespective, I will not change the profession now. So I started my career as a trainee cook in a small boutique hotel of Oberoi's in Bhubaneswar, and from training cook to the commis levels to the chef de parties, and the way the ladder goes up. I went up to the ladder of the topmost position, and then I left to become an entrepreneur. That's how it happened, and that journey is of course beautiful. Kharagpur itself is a beautiful small place, very English town. Very few people know that it's actually a British town. We still have the roads called as First Avenue, Second Avenue, Third Avenue, and we still have a club which is very British. We still have churches which are very British in architectural form, I would say. And we had Anglo-Indians from the Britishers who got married there, and some of them settled down there. Now they have all shifted to Australia, of course. But we had a full Anglo-Indian culture also in Kharagpur. It's such a beautiful place in those early days.
And now that we are in Karigari, there are few dishes that we want to know the story of the origin of.
Yes.
One is the Bela Chameli drink.
Yes. So Bela Chameli is, I had gone to the palace of Bikaner Maharaja, and when we were shooting there, he gave us a drink, and I had the drink, and I was like amazed at that drink. When you drink Bela Chameli, I tell you, it's a feeling that goes into your stomach. You can feel that. ये अंदर एक शरबत जा रहा. You get to sense that. It's such a beautiful thing. And I asked the Maharaja, I said, Maharaji, this is such a beautiful thing. He said, Harpal, this is a refresher drink, mouth freshener drink, because when we have parties, people, talk to each other, and this is something which refreshes you in your mouth feel. Very good. He said, but the man who makes the extracts of this flora from these flowers, you should go and cover him. And I found out, and he gave me the address of Chunnilal Maharaj. I went to his shop, a small little old shop, and where he used to serve sharbat in these small kullars, the earthenware pots, glasses, and very simple format. He would pour the sharbat, extract, ice and water, that's it. I fell in love with whatever he was doing. Bela Chameli, Safed Gulab, white rose, white cardamom, green cardamom we have seen. I've seen white cardamom extract. Then I saw marigold extract. I saw ittar, he used to do saffron extract. And there are only two places in the country, Western UP and Western Rajasthan, where you have people doing this floral extract. In Western UP, you will find in Kanauj and around the Bikaner area in Rajasthan, where these floral extracts happen. So from that day onwards, I've been promoting this gentleman. I've been using his syrups, and they are just beautiful. Now the gentleman is available on Amazon. Yes, he is.
How wonderful.
And that's how the story is about all my dishes. Everything has a story, whether the dishes come from my kitchen, or they come from legacy places, or they come from legendary restaurants or legendary people. They come from my mother's kitchen, from my father's kitchen, from my mother-in-law's kitchen, from my father-in-law, from my wife's kitchen, and legacy restaurants. Okay, so all put together, there is a menu that we have compiled, which makes it a complete menu, and it's very interesting because everything has a story around it.
Another, we want to know about your paneer margarita and the green butter chicken.
Paneer margarita tikka, is something which is very unique. So I do a lot of television shows, and I believe that whenever I used to go to places and do demonstrations in women's club and all that, so they would always complain that Harpal, our kids don't want to join us when we go to Indian restaurants. They want to go to restaurants which are new age, pizza joints and things like that, because they get those flavors. Said, okay, why don't you create some dishes which are having pizza flavors, or they are using international herbs and ingredients. So I said, okay, everybody does ordinary paneer tikka, so let me do this paneer margarita tikka. The complete flavor of a pizza, without the base, without the maida base. And that's what I gave them. Felt like heaven, and that is the hottest selling dish in my entire restaurant chain. That's how it got evolved. People love it because of the flavor. And this butter chicken that we have, I recently had Farah Khan do the podcast with me in my house. And I was like just thinking casually in my house that what should I make which is Punjabi but different. So I said, okay, let's do a green tomato butter chicken. And she loved it so much. She got the whole bowl packed, took it home. Middle of the night, she calls me up and she says, Harpal, my children for the first time have eaten with their heart out. They have loved the butter chicken. And I said that this is something which will go into the Chandigarh restaurant because we were planning then. And we said that this makes my butter chicken story complete. So I have an original butter chicken which is made from red tomatoes. We have a lemongrass butter chicken without the tomatoes. We have a green tomato butter chicken with international flavors of little pesto and burnt garlic. It is outstanding, and this is how I create dishes. But when you blend flavors, you have to be very confident, and as a chef, you must have gone through the grind, to understand herbs and how you blend. So once you master that art, then it's easier for you to create dishes, and that's what I did.
Lovely. And now that as famous a chef you are also making inroads into acting.
Yes.
So what are the projects that you've done, and do we see you more on screen apart from the shows?
Yeah, right now I think what is taking my maximum time is the best show that is there in the country, Laughter Chef. And because we are so much occupied throughout the year, almost 8 to 9 months we shoot Laughter Chef in a year. And it is such a tight packed schedule that we don't think of doing anything else, although I keep getting opportunities with other television channels and other OTT platforms also. But because you are bound with such a big show, you focus on something which is there. So I have my focus fixed on Laughter Chef, and I keep telling that I'm going to be visible for at least 7 seasons in Laughter Chef. And what a show, man. It's a therapy. It's not a show. As I keep keep telling that Laughter Chef is not a show. It's a therapy. It's a therapy for people who are busy in their life. It's a therapy for family to sit together and, watch this beautiful thing. And I tell you, I personally have been watching it since long. I have done Turban Tadka for many years. But this is something that I also see. I have hardly seen my show Turban Tadka, but Laughter Chef, I watch it personally myself. So this is something which is there and focused, and the other focus is restaurants. And I intend to open at least 7-8 restaurants this year, and taking the count to 20. So that's our intent, that by the end of the financial year, we should have 20 restaurants, 20 Karigiris up and running.
Lovely. And for our viewers, your Namak Shamak.
Namak Shamak, Namak Shamak, dal dete hain, Namak Shamak. That is the food anthem of the country, and I think it is going to be there long after I'm gone also.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Chef,
you.
for
Thank
being
you,
with the
Vanaji.
Tribune.
Thank you.
This is Chef Sokhi, who has as many beautiful stories as the dishes in Karigari. This is Mona for the Tribune with camera person Ravi Kumar. Thank you.